to empower, excite, entertain, challenge, and inform.
It's time to take ownership of the news.
And it's about more than just news.
Face the facts. YTV News. Next.
Everybody! 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 YTV! Check it out.
Canadian football goes for a cross-border touchdown. Beefcake goes mainstream, the pressure to measure up. And there's something funny about this week's first person.
Hi and welcome to YTV News. Janice is on vacation, but the rest of the news crew is here, and we've been hard at work to bring you another great show. Reading the paper this week, I found another reason to like living in Canada. There's an elementary school in San Francisco where gunfire has become so common that the school has planned classes on how to duck and take cover. What's worse is that this isn't unusual. Dozens of American schools teach students how to avoid gunfire. Something else that's being taught in the U.S. is how to play football with Canadian rules. This season, for the first time, the Canadian Football League has an American franchise. And next year, it's hoping to add a few more.
The reason is that this sight is becoming too common at CFL games, empty seats, which means a lot of teams are losing money. The league management hopes that by letting American teams like the Sacramento Gold Miners play, the CFL will attract new fans and an American TV deal. A juicy TV contract can be worth millions of dollars. Some people say that while potential for money is great, American expansion will destroy a tradition that's been with us for over 100 years.
Expansion could also mean fewer jobs for Canadian players. In focus this week, the debate over taking the CFL south of the border. I talked with two semi-pro players who would love to be in the CFL. Jason Bitter is a quarterback with the Toronto Athletics. He's against the expansion. Silvio Martel is Jason's teammate. He's for the expansion. So, Silvio, you're pretty well for the CFL expansion. Why?
Well, I think, like any pro league, I think the CFL has to expand, sort of just to expand this market simply. From what I understand, it hasn't expanded in recent memory, unlike other pro leagues, like the NBA, Major League Baseball and hockey, and I think they should follow suit.
You agree with that, Jason?
Okay, first of all, I think the groundwork for the CFL is that it's not on a par with the NBA or Major League Baseball or the NFL in that it is the second league, not a premier league like the NFL. But occasionally you may get someone like Rocket coming up to the CFL, but that doesn't make it on a par with the NFL.
So, Jason, you don't think that Canadian football can compete with American football? Why not?
It's nothing against Canadian players. There are some Canadian football players that can play, as this team clearly illustrates by going to the States and being very competitive against American teams. It's nothing against Canadian players. It's just that if you go to... I played high school in the States and I played college in Canada, and I saw a really large difference in the way the